about that. There's so many women that used to produce such amazing content and then they started fans and then they completely abandoned their fan base. Previous video about fans, someone said not to name names or name drop, so I'm gonna try not to because that may seem mean. But this one huge content creator was known for being like part of being friends with some YouTube people that are super famous, and she was known for being like the super sexual one. Very, very, very famous YouTuber. She used to have a YouTube channel where she would like do Sephora hauls and like makeup tutorials and day in my life and everything. And I used to watch those and I loved those. And then she started an OnlyFans.
The girl say, I don't care about nothing about that.
And I mean, I get it. Now you make so much money that you don't have to do that. But it was fun. It's just so sad to see because it's not just like a selfish thing like you should give me content instead of the men. It's also like the sparkle in your eyes is just gone. Now you depend on men.
As usual.
For your livelihood.
As usual.
Men that don't care about you.
One way or another.
At all. They don't care if you live or die. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But if you had a female audience, female and male, you would actually garner a fan base. So that's all the more reason not to gain a sexual audience. I don't know how people don't see that.
They do.
Man, like the negatives of garnering an audience that is degenerate, people don't talk about that.
An audience that is degenerate is dangerous. Not all of them, obviously, but when people go to that place, that instinctual place, like you're pulling upon, I don't think women that do this type of work understand that. They really understand that you're pulling upon something that is very primal. It's very instinctual. And when an instinct takes over, it's very hard to stop it. You can just look at dogs. Look at dogs that have not been snipped yet. Then it's very hard for you to pull them away from something, even if it's seeing another dog, checking them out, getting on top of them, or different smells, going like crazy. Oh, here's another smell right here. Here's that. And then the need to dominate, even for small dogs, the need to, okay, you put your scent here, I'm going to put my scent here. I'm just going to keep on the same spot. I'm just going to keep on coming back and putting my scent here, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Imagine you coming into contact with those types of people who will pay to put their scent on you, who will quite literally pay to dominate you. Imagine being around those types of people. If somebody in the comments said, I don't get it. It's not empowering. It just makes society treat you like an object and continue misogyny. Exactly. These types of dudes that are paying for your time, paying for these things, you said you were going to deliver. Now you have to deliver and you get to look like an object and you're going to be mad, but you are part of the problem.
All single ladies, if you are trying to meet a man off the dating apps, I have figured it out. I figured out tonight where they all are. And I'm almost mad at myself that it took me so long to figure this out, but I did at 27. So I went to the Home Depot today to go get some supplies because I'm trying to do a couple house projects while I'm off of work for the next week. I start by saying Home Depot is not for the weak. It is such an overwhelming experience. The amount of aisles there are, the lack of workers. I mean, it truly is just a complete mess every time I go in there because I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't even know what the part is called. I'm showing them a picture, all the things. But if you're looking for a man and you're single, they're literally all over the parking lot. They own beautiful trucks. They're in their construction outfits. They're super approachable in my personal opinion because they're often like preparing for the day or leaving work for the day and getting their supplies for the next day. So I think like prime time probably would be like late afternoon when they're done with their day's work for prepping for the next day because they're off of work. Maybe they want to go get a drink, whatever. Here is how you approach them. It's so easy. Literally, I have no idea what I'm doing in a Home Depot. I look confused. I recommend going in there looking cute, maybe in like athletic clothes, like so. I was leaving a workout when I chose to go to the Home Depot. Because of how big the stores are, it's virtually impossible to find a worker.
Right.
So instead of looking for a worker, literally just go up to whichever man you think is the most attractive and show him your picture and say, hey, do you by any chance know where I can find this? You look like you maybe know what you're doing, and I don't.
I don't
It's
work
so
here.
easy to approach these men. I mean, literally. And to be honest, they probably feel like they're hitting the jackpot too, because there's no women in Home Depot, very few. And if there are, it's typically wives that are with their husbands. And so I really think I'm onto something with this, and I wanted to share with those that are single out there.
You're not. You're not on to anything. There's a comment that said, as a guy, stay away from this. Another comment that said, looks like we need to avoid Lowe's and Home Depot now. And here's the last comment that said, most of those are married men too. Sorry, ladies. This is what women, this is what women do. They just bombard a man's space. I'm in here to work. I'm in here to get ready for work. Why can't you leave me alone? It's going to be the same type of woman talking about, you men are coming into male spaces and y'all are bothering us, yada, yada, yada. But when it comes to y'all, it's okay for y'all to come into man's space, tap him on the shoulder. I need help. What happened when I need help? Oh, you called me a creeper. Get out of my face.
I don't even want a man who showers me with gifts. I don't even want a man who takes me on extravagant, like, vacations or does, like, anything materialistic. Like, I do not care. I just want a man who validates my feelings and gives me reassurance. That's it. Who won't keep putting me through trauma.
You know, something about this video was giving me single mother. So I decided to go and look at her profile, and this is what I found. She's looking for validation. Well, maybe this right here would do it. There's a guy in the comments. I'm not going to say his name, but he's got obviously the fire emoji right there. So maybe that's the validation that you're looking for. And of course, she is a mother. She's a single mother. I'm hoping with this picture and stuff like this, she better be single. This is what, you know what? Let me not be so hard. Let me just say, nobody deserves to be disrespected, but there are certain things that we do to put ourselves in a position to attract a certain crowd that treats us a certain way. So maybe when somebody sees this, they're like, oh man, she looks great. Let me come over there and get some of that versus let me come over there and get some of her intellect or her mind. This is what you're leading with, right? And so maybe that's what they're coming for. It's the same thing that modern women be telling men, or women in general will be telling men. Stop leading with your money, and maybe that's not what women will go after, at least not at first. I don't know.
Okay, so I wanted to do a husband haul because I actually can do a husband haul now. And I just want to say that I got this one from the Manufacturing Husband Company in Jackson, Mississippi. That's where it originated from.
Oh, okay.
This is the 1990 model. I got the light colored version just because it can change colors throughout the season. So like in the
Right.
summertime it gets a little tan,
A little darker,
so very
yeah.
sexy, very demure. Okay, if you see here, it has step back for if you see here, it does have adjustable guns here. If you could just flex it for me really quick, flex it for me. Okay, because of our wedding day, this one wanted to fit into his tux, so he stopped expanding these, so they will get bigger now that our wedding is over and he's already fit into his outfit for the wedding. So if you see here, if you just take this part off, I usually don't show everybody this because this is mine, but like it has a little
Girl, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Hey, props to y'all. Hope y'all have many more years of a successful marriage. You always love to see it when men and women can get together and they can have a successful relationship. And once again, these modern women out here be saying, Black men don't love black women. If I can see correctly, that's a black woman. Oh, well, they don't like dark skins. Again. Let me stop Bedlam.
I want to know what a truly humbling experience is. Going to a Dua Lipa concert with your significant other. Don't get me wrong, I love Dua Lipa. She is awesome, incredible, great artist. But my boyfriend doesn't even like pop music all that much, and he had a great time at Dua Lipa. So we were at ACL last weekend, and at the end of the weekend, he told me, yeah, I just didn't really feel like there was much music of my taste. And I reminded him, well, it seemed like you really enjoyed Dua Lipa. And he was like, oh yeah, you're right. I really did like Dua Lipa. Like, she looks hot in pictures online, but I feel like in person, it's just a whole other level. Like, I didn't know somebody's body could physically look like that. And I mean, it's not that I'm jealous. Like, I also really enjoyed watching Dua Lipa, and like, I can appreciate the hotness of another woman, but man, talk about a humbling experience.
You see how you had to pull that information out of him, and he didn't just fanboy all over this woman like, oh man, she's so hot. I love going to this concert, yada, yada. She's everything to me. Maybe some of these modern women should take a page out of that book and stop doing all of this nonsense and fangirling, letting your man know, oh man, you ain't nothing, or making him feel like, oh, you ain't nothing, hugging all up on the guy, all up in the man's arms, letting this man sweep you off your feet, letting this man grab you and hold you in certain places right in front of your boyfriend, that sort of behavior. Let this be a lesson to all these modern women. You know how to act. You know how to discipline yourself. Do that.
Bruh, like, y'all, I really thought I found somebody I like, right? But y'all, why did he just do the one thing that I swore to God, if I ever do to me, I would never deal with him. I would never, ever, ever, ever deal with him. Y'all, my heart hurt. My heart hurt. Because I feel like, God, like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna stand on business? You gonna stand on business? Or you gonna accept the same shit you used to accept in the past and then get your nowhere? So do y'all wanna cut this off right now since you see all the flags and I'm telling you he ain't the one? What you wanna do, Shabri? What? Okay, God. It ain't.
Oh my God, my Shayla.
Well, you know, these modern women, they never learn that lesson. And as you probably know, this little test and trial y'all be talking about is going to come back over and over again and hit you in the face until you learn your lesson. And this is what happens to most modern women in life, really anybody in life. There's a certain thing that you struggle with and you battle with. And until you learn how to manage it, at least at the very bare minimum, like at the bare minimum, then it's always going to overcome you. And that's what you're having to deal with now. Modern women running into things that they've been battling for a long, long time. But they just decided, instead of, I'm going to fix this, people tell them to couch it as, never lower your standards, never settle for this or that. This is the guy that you're looking for. This is the one that you need. You can change him. No, you cannot. This is not the guy for you. These are the characteristics that you need to be looking for. I'm not going to discipline myself. I'm not going to like the good guy. I'm not going to like the nice guy. I'm not going to like the boring guy. I'm not going to like the guy that's kind, that's willing to provide for me. I'm going to like the thrill of it. And in life is saying, okay, all right, I'm going to send you thrill. It's going to be a roller coaster up and down. You might feel like you have, got to throw up. Might feel a little nauseous sometimes, but you're going to be having fun, right? It's going to give you a boost, an energy boost, an ego boost to have the best looking man. No, but it's going to take you right back down, knowing that man going to walk into the room and pick out of all of those women right in front of your face and say, come on to the room with me. We're about to do a little something, something. Your choice, though.
Wrap this cooking with Kaya expeditiously. I literally feel like I'm being gaslit. What the f*** is happening? If that's all it takes to take the gas, I mean, but get this off my time. Wrap it up.
I think a lot of you ladies are actually missing the point to this whole Kaya situation, right?
They are.
The point to this situation is that most of y'all don't take care of yourself beyond trying to attract a man. You'll attempt to attract the man to get him in the relationship, but once he's in the relationship, you let yourself go. Or most of y'all don't even want to cook for your man, which is something that's very simple. See, the women out there who takes care of themselves and cooks a home cooked meal, they're not worried about a woman like Kaya because they're doing what they're supposed to do while in their relationship.
Yep.
So they are secure in their relationship.
Yep.
But it's the ones like yourself that think that it's okay for a man to just put out all the effort and you not reciprocate anything. You're the ones that are threatened by this girl on this app right now. No one else. Again, the women who are secure in themselves are doing what they're supposed to do. They ain't worried about Kaya, but you are.
There was somebody in the comments that said Kaya got an army and I'm the front line. Smiley said they doing everything but turning on the stove. Somebody said they doing everything but learning ingredients. That's it. That's it. They looking at all the wrong things. They not gonna do right. They not gonna learn how to cook for their man. They're not gonna learn how to clean, how to take. Bump all that. They not gonna learn what to do, what they man likes, how to do it. They're not gonna learn anything. They're not gonna learn how to cook his mom's recipe for cornbread, for baked potatoes, nothing, yams, nothing. I'm gonna take your mama's recipe and make it a little bit healthier. None of that. They're not doing anything, but then wondering why a man goes and takes his attention elsewhere. Y'all keep it up.
Men have the hardest job in keeping women happy. You can't let us get too hot or too cold. You got to make sure you have a little snacky so that we don't get hangry. We love it when you're a cute, funny, naughty, not a creepy pervert. We want you to support and take care of us, but know that we are strong, independent women and we can take care of ourselves.
Right.
There is always such a fine line, and you never know if you're on the right side of it, because if you get it right, we change all the rules.
Right.
Men are the easiest creatures to keep happy. You got to feed them and appreciate them. And that's it.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. These modern women be making everything hard. Oh, you figure me out? I'm going to do everything the opposite. Because, you know, I've always liked that. No, you haven't. You've like X, Y, and Z. Moment of silence. Well, I changed and you should change with the times too. Modern women logic, man.
Problem. So the guy I've been dating for 8 months just came over and broke up with me. When I met him in March, I came back to life. I got my confidence back. I played, I laughed. The hardest thing for me is that he just committed like 3 weeks ago and told me that he considers me his girlfriend and has told everybody else. And so what did I do? I put him right back on Facebook and paraded him in front of everybody. Like, here's my guy. So, as much as I know it's the right thing, like my mind knows it's the right thing, my heart hurts. Let's answer this question. Can I ask, how do you think it got to that point, if you don't mind answering? She's referring to the video I made where I talk about my husband of 25 years sitting me down and telling me at a Mexican restaurant that he was only in our marriage for our daughter, essentially saying he didn't love me anymore, which I therefore left and started over again with our daughter. So how did it get to that point? You know, it's very interesting that you ask this because I've been making videos about older women dating younger men. And it's funny because I think that age actually did hurt us in our marriage. I was 21 and he was 31 when we got together. I had a 2-month-old baby and he had a couple kids actually from a previous marriage. And I was still living with my parents. It was very much, even though neither one of us had anything, neither of us had any money, we didn't have literally anything. That part was very equal. He was still 10 years older and was very much the boss, controlled the finances, made all the decisions, when we were going to live together, when we were going to get married. He was the decision maker in all of those cases. And I didn't really have enough confidence to make my own decisions at that time. What happened though was we got together and I started really helping him build a business that he had a license for, but really wasn't doing anything. And so I applied all of my marketing to his business. The business took off. Between my marketing and his sales, we skyrocketed. We made $1 million our first year. We were the #1 catering company in all of Las Vegas for decades. It was a really big deal. Okay. But what happened was, as that time went on, I started establishing myself. I started building my own confidence, my own identity. Eventually, we wound up getting into real estate, and I became a teacher, trainer, and started coaching and speaking on real estate and on marketing. And then that turned into me speaking about affiliate marketing and making 6 figures as an affiliate marketer. And then I'm on the stages and I'm writing books and I'm doing things like that. And as I climbed that social ladder, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it, I think he struggled. And I'll be really honest with you, he didn't change. He didn't change at all. I don't think in the entire 25 years he ever changed. He was the same guy he was when we met, and that was a problem. So the guy I've been dating with.
So what was the problem about it? Like, what did he do? Was he still earning? Was he still taking care of the kids? Like, what are you expecting him to do? That's the problem with it, right? I mean, he said, I'm only in this marriage for our daughter. You're saying it like, from your side, he never changed, yada, 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 this and that. But you're not telling us what you weren't doing, what he wasn't liking. You're not telling us, when he said, okay, I'm only in this marriage for our daughter. Okay, why do you say that? What am I doing wrong? What did he say after that? You're not giving us that part of it. You're just saying, well, he never changed. I was this rock star. I was this great person. And from 21 to however old I am now, I did fantastic. But he was trash. And he just wanted to leave me all of a sudden. Now there's a little bit more to the story. And you ain't letting us know. But of course, modern women do that. Of course. But that's just my opinion. To the next video, I'm out.